Hey guys, welcome back to this week's comic book review. Continuing on with DC Comics and Superman. Adventure Comics number 10 or 513, whichever you prefer. In July it has been announced though that the shadow numbers will be taking the front and the black numbers will be abolished. So technically we're going to go to the 500s anyway by July. In this issue you have Superboy and the Legion fighting on Brainiac's ship. Superman is in the first few pages. You see him falling off out of the ship, and that's all you see Superman for this issue at least. Superboy is confronted by Lex Luthor, or confronts Lex Luthor. Lex Luthor has some type of a shrink ray gun, I'm guessing, and shrinks Superboy and places him in the bottle city of Kandor. Holy shit. Superboy fights Zod for a short time, and Zod, of course, beats the shit out of Superboy because he doesn't have his Kryptonian powers, just his telekinetic powers. And Zod says he had a way of breaking out of the bottle and regrowing himself. And he does, and it's to be continued in the next issue of whichever issue of Superman. I believe it's Supergirl, but yeah. Great. I'm enjoying Last Stand of New Krypton. As you can see on Action Comics, though, there is no banner anymore like there is on the other comics. That is because Action Comics has had nothing to do with Last Stand of New Krypton since Last Stand of New Krypton started. So the creative staff did a smart thing by taking the banner off. As far as News of Superman goes, next month, as you guys know, no mainstream titles. It's all going to be the 4-part series, War of the Supermen, leading into the restart of the actual Superman, of the storytelling of the Superman titles. Basically the aftermath of War of the Supermen. Superman's going to be back on Earth, of course. He's going to be main starring in Superman. With Action Comics, they're actually going in a different direction. Action Comics will be main starring Lex Luthor, at least for the first story arc. So you'll be seeing Lex Luthor main starring in action without Superman. There will be the writers say there will be they will cross over as far as the story where Superman is not around as much. I'm guessing it's because of the War of the Supermen. Superman has to figure out what he's going to do with his life if he could still be Superman. I'm praying that this story is, not going to be as shitty as, because we already lived through a year of this new Krypton bullshit. I'm tired of this new Krypton shit, and that's enough. That's all with Action. Now, as far as Adventure Comics go, after this issue, I believe the Legion of Superheroes is taking in another few issues, the Legion of Superhero will be taking the main spotlight for a while. I'm hoping that Superboy will return to the spotlight in Adventure Comics. I'm really enjoying seeing stories of Superboy, even though he is going back to Teen Titans, and that is technically, before this whole Infinite Crisis bullshit, where he really starred and shined out the most. I'm hoping just because he's back in Teen Titans doesn't mean that they're going to take Adventure Comics and make the Legion the main spotlight, especially because the Legion of Superheroes is getting their own title starting in June. So I'm hoping that they will bring Superboy back to Adventure Comics after doing the Legion Origin or whatever storyline they're doing in Adventure Comics with the Legion. That's left to be seen, but like I said, I think Adventure Comics was awesome with Superboy, and they should bring him back. There's no need for 2 Legion comics. Okay, now the rest is all about the premieres. First, the Marvel premiere of last week. Iron Man Legacy #1, surprisingly very, very good. The second ongoing series of Iron Man that Marvel is now releasing. The first story arc involves Tony Stark going after an underground group which has been stealing Iron Man technology, and he wants to basically shut them down. The artwork is amazing. The first issue was jam-packed with action, especially from the very beginning of the story, and you got guest appearances from Nick Fury, War Machine's in this, but not in the War Machine armor, of course. This series looks very promising, I'm being honest. For a first issue, I really didn't expect, especially because Invincible Iron Man is doing so good, I did not expect for another series to do as good. Surprisingly really good. Absolutely would say pick this up, guys. Really, really blew my mind. I'm looking forward to next month's issue. And yeah, okay, so that's for Iron Man Legacy. Check it out. Now, for those of you who have noticed on my hand, you see the Flash ring. That's right, because I bought Flash #1, which was, as I predicted, awesome. Great Kickstarter. I've never actually read a Flash comic before. As you see, the Brightest Day banner is at the top. It is, yes, a Brightest Day tie-in. I've never read Flash before, so this was a completely new title for me. As far as the story kickstarts with Barry Allen. Barry Allen is the Flash, of course, in the main stories. It's really amazing how it all has to do with Brightest Day. With the Flash coming back, you see somebody gets killed in this issue, and it's from later on in the story they reveal that it's from the 25th century. The guy is from the 25th century, and this is the rogue from the 25th century who are, at least they're being portrayed to be good guys, and they want to try the Flash for crimes he's going to do in the future. And also, at the end of the comic, you get a big teaser for 2011. As you see on this page, here's the first teaser, which then leads into the huge splash on the following page promoting Flashpoint, which is going to be coming out in 2011. And as you can see from the picture, you've got a White Lantern ring, you've got a vault with the Superman S on it, you have Paris underwater, you have Batman with red eyes, and you have... what else is there? And you have London on fire with Wonder Woman in, what do you call it? In an armor. Now hold on a sec, guys. I'm going to fix my computer. And there we go. Like I said, great comic. I really, making up words just to describe this comic, words can't describe how great it is. Guys, pick it up. You get a free ring with it. If you don't have the ring, still get the comic. It's a great story. I'm looking forward to the next issue and issues to follow. Like I said, Brightest Day tie-in. And Brightest Day is looking really good. And now, with that, we are going to go to the next part, because the next part is going to be all about the comic book of the week, or at least the tie-in comic book of the week. I will see you guys back here in a second for the last part of this week's comic book review. Stick around.